Welcome to another episode of our data structures. Now, this is the last episode that we're going to look into from inbuilt data structures. Well, with that said, a map is an ordered collection of key value pairs. Both keys and values can be of any data type. A feature of a map is that to retrieve a value, you can use the corresponding key. And another feature of maps is that maps are iterable. They can be used with a for loop. Now, with that said, we can see most of the those characteristics, rather those features, mostly they look similar to the objects. But let us look into the difference between the objects and maps. Well, the difference between objects and maps. Because objects are unordered, whereas maps are ordered. Keys in objects can only be strings or symbols types, whereas in maps, they can be of any data type. An object has a prototype and may contain a few default keys, which may collide with your own keys if you're not careful. A map, on the other hand, does not contain any keys by default. Objects are not iterable, whereas maps are iterable. That means with maps you can use a for loop, whereas in objects you cannot use a for loop. Now, the number of items in an object must be determined manually, whereas as is readily available with the size of the property in a map. So, apart from storing data, you can attach functionality to an object, whereas maps are used for just storing data. And as an example is using a const, the let as a function. Now you can store a value in them and still you can store a value in the object and still use it as a function. Whereas in maps, you're just using them for storing data. Now, with that said, let us meet in our next episode where we're going to look into solution of maps.